Alrighty, day 8. Ford Ranger. Passenger side rocker panel repair. Continuing on with the Bondo. So I'm actually going to be using Bondo filler on this one right now. So you would have saw on day 7, similar, no change right now. I'm just going to go down the panel. No real change in view other than more or less I used 40 grit sandpaper. And then underneath, if you remember on day 7, it was pretty gnarly underneath there. It had more twists, dips, and curves than some of these back country roads I drive. So I took 40 grit sandpaper on the sanding board and I just smoothed it down more or less. I'll step back for relief. And there I go. My attempt now is to take some Bondo Fill, and I just want to fill this area in a little bit more, make it a little bit more smoother, okay? And then, let's see, and then a little bit more smoother here. Okay, that's my goal. Obviously, like I was saying, you could see a noticeable little bit of a curve right up in here going through there, okay? I'm not gonna, I could probably Bondo fill that, but I'm just gonna leave well enough alone at this point. So now let's get down to it. Mix up some Bondo, and I'm gonna put some Bondo on that low area that I was talking about. So let me get to work. Set the camera up. Get my shot just right. See how this is going to work out for me. Let me see. Are they working right? Right in here. Let me find it. Try to get the angle there. Alright, I think that'll work. I don't know how much you guys will actually see, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so mix up some Bondo. I'm using Bondo. Here we go. I'm just going to use enough just to get by. Stuff sets up pretty quick, so. See if I can catch some of this here on film. Mixing up some Bondo. I'm just literally just taking it out of the can right now. Nothing fancy. You guys have done it and seen it a million times before. Put it on. I got a brisk day. I got a lot of stuff flying around right now out here. Knee kind of high. Alright. Got that there. Here. Let's put a little pea-size drop. There you go. Put a little bit right up in there. And this is how I do it. I just kind of Turn it around like so. I'll do it for a good minute. I'm kind of chintzy frugal, so I put on a lot to get the area, to cover the area, and then I'll spread it. So I put it on thick actually. And you'll probably see what I'm talking about. But I also want to waste it here. So I'll take about that much, right? Let's go with that. Start with this. Start from here, work it down. On day 7, I remember I was actually doing this in the dark, so it's kind of nice to have some light. Oh yeah, what a difference. What a difference. I'm going to go here and go right here and see what happens. Like I said, the panel has a lot of dips in it. I used the hammer and dolly set to get a lot of it out. It was pretty dented up. The previous owner must have hit a boulder or something to cause that sharp relief in there, and I just couldn't deal with that. I said, yeah, the truck's 23 years old, but for crying out loud, we've been doing metal work since the dawn of time, and I said I can at least learn how to do a little something. After all, I didn't dub this truck the learning vehicle for anything, right? So yeah, make that a little smooth right there. My friends who are in the business professionally, who do this for a living, said you can put it on pretty good. I think less than, you don't want more than is it 3/16 or something like that? Some number. 3/16 or 1/4 of an inch or something. I forget the actual number, but they said for what I've been doing, they said as long as the panel's straight and you and then I take that Sureform, I said it'll knock down. They said it's not going to crack or break off or split. They said it's all in the sanding, really, on how you sand it. And I believe them, because when I did the driver's side last year, I have not had any issues with that. You know, I wasn't throwing Bondo in there like it was a dang filling up some kind of hole, you know, some kind of crater. But I used a fair amount, and I just kept sanding, throwing Bondo in there, and let me see in there. I got another spreader. And a lot of it, to me, what I'm trying to do, is the appearance of the eye. If somebody was standing looking at the truck, you know, sideways, they would say, okay, yeah, the panel actually has a a slight curve in it, but it doesn't have that big hump or that was appearing before. And that's all I'm trying to do. And when I get this thing all painted up pretty and sanded, you know, you guys will actually be the judge. But again, I'm the one who drives this thing, so I just want to appease myself. Yep. If I didn't put enough water in this thing, it's going to be a while till this stuff dries. You know, and as you know, when you put too little, it doesn't harden up fast enough. But I've come to find that it takes good 20 to 30 minutes for this stuff to sit up. And the day is like 0 humidity out here. And probably 60 something degrees maybe. Very nice day, but still. Yeah. Try that, see what you see in there. Got some plastic in my mouth. I had to use my Cro-Magnon technique of opening up a package with my mouth because I had 2 spreaders in there in my hands. Plastic's good for you. You should eat it all the time. No, I'm just kidding, folks. Don't do that. Kids, don't eat plastic. It's not good for you. All right. So this is how much I got left. It was a little more than I needed, but oh well. See if I can. Stuff has a little bit more easy to work with than that fiberglass, which is what I did this whole panel with in the first time. A little bit more easier. So if you're still with me, yeah, this is like watching paint dry. And you professionals out there are probably saying, oh lordy, what's he doing? But hey, those professionals aren't here with me now. It's just me and Abel. Just Abel here, just doing his thing. Yep. So, I always ask myself when I do these videos, why am I really doing this stuff? Well, I've been searching for years to get manual competence, meaning manual competence and self-confidence to do things with my hands. I read this cool book called, I think it's called Shop Class is Solocraft, and the author had many points talking about manual competence. and the ability to have self-agency, if I recall, in his thoughts that he was sharing with the reader. And he said a long time ago we used to have trades, and they used to teach things in high school, and throughout the years we've become cubicle type creatures, living in our ivory towers at the office, and sure enough those trade skills of craftsmanship are lost through the ages with the advent of the computer and moving from the industrial age to the computer age and whatever age we're in now. But the book really inspired me, and the author's name was Matthew B. Crawford, and the author, great. I mean, I enjoy. I've read the book so much. I probably read it about 5 times, and I've given it away to friends and instructors I've worked with, just to talk about the idea of manual competence and working with your hands, and the belief that you can get better by practice, and that you shouldn't lose your ability to in those trade crafts that we have, like let it be a plumber or a mechanic, you're not going to necessarily import that stuff from overseas somewhere. So it's been my quest to teach and grow and learn in all areas of manual competence, to show others how to do things. So anyway, it's to Matthew B. Crawford, shop class is Soulcraft, I believe. Hopefully I got the title right. And that's all I got to say right here, folks. I'm going to let this stuff set up. I'm going to use this Stanley Sureform. They call it a shaper blade. 10-inch. And it looks like this. And when this stuff dries, I'm just going to get off the rough edges and the high spots. And it's going to take about 20 to 30 minutes, and I think that'll be pretty good. It actually came out better. It's from this angle. It's pretty level. Let's take a look here. And again, this is just, I just put it on there. And what time is it? Yeah, 3:15 in the afternoon, 2:45. So anyway, that's it right there. I'm gonna let it harden up a little bit, and I'll come back in and we'll do some sanding. Alrighty, folks. Well, that's it for day 8, part 1. And we'll call this the Bondo. Alright, see you on the next one.